Okay, well, for Carlo Alcaraz, he kept his US Open title defense on track after overcoming the challenge of Alexander Zverev to set up a semi-final meeting with a third seed Dani Medvedev. The top seed, Alcaraz, for him, it brushed aside Zverev 6-3, 6-2, 6-4 and moved a step closer to becoming the first man to win consecutive titles at Flushing Meadows since Roger Federer collected 5 in a row from 2004 to 2008. Looking at the WTA category, where Arina Sabalenka crushed Zheng Kuang 6-1, 6-4 to reach her 5th straight Grand Slam semi-final and the 23rd seed Rowan at the US Open on Wednesday. The second seed from Belarus will take over from Igor Swiatek at the top of the rankings on Monday, ending the post-75-week reign. Now let's also let you know Madison Keys beating Marketa Vondrousova 6-1, 6-4 was another result a lot of people got to see this morning. However, tomorrow, looking at the semi-final pairings in the ATP, Novak Djokovic will be up against Ben Shelton as Carlo Alcaraz will take on Daniil Medvedev. Well, are we going to be seeing another final of Carlo Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic? And in the women's singles of the US Open, Corey Goff will take on Karolina Munkova as Madison Keys will be up against Arina Sabalenka. Going straight and let's talk basketball this morning, where Luka Doncic argued with the referees all night, and that's why he wasn't around at the final minute as Canada clinched a trip to the Basketball World Cup semi-finals. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 31 points, RJ Barrett added 24, and Canada toppled Slovenia 189 points on Wednesday night. The win sent Canada into a semi-final matchup with Serbia on Friday. So sometimes, if you have a player that complains too much, hey, tell him or her, focus on the game. Well, Doncic had 26 points for Slovenia but was ejected with 6 minutes and 37 seconds left after picking up his second technical of the game. Both of them coming after he argued with the referees over calls or non-calls. Slovenia was down by 15 at the time and wound up getting within 9 shortly after Doncic departed, but it wasn't enough. All right, now let's move on this morning and look at other updates on the show here as we see some setups, right? Looking at the classification, games are going down today. 9:45, we'll see Italy against Latvia, and by 1:30, it will be Lithuania against Slovenia. Well, in the WNBA women's basketball, Atlanta Dreams defeated Seattle Storms 79 to 68 points in the wee hours of today. Now let's move on from that and let's go talk football this morning. Remember, it is Kiko Sports Show and Solutions 939 FM, the first half of AM update. In case you're just tuning in, my name is OLADAPO Kunubi.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Check the time right now. It is 8:07 from your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 939 FM. Just like expected. Well, this is the second half of the show. Let's talk football here. Just as expected, the Nigeria Premier Football League, or the Nigerian Premier, the Nigeria Professional Football League, or the Nigeria Premier Football League, but you can call it the Nigeria Top Flight League, scheduled to kick off this weekend, has again been postponed, and no new date has been given. This is not the first time that we're getting this. We are all used to getting the first date, second, third, indefinite suspension or postponement, and later, at the end of the day, maybe we'll have an abridged league. Well, it is the third time. The kickoff date has been shelved since the original date of 26th of August. The 8th September kickoff is shelved as a press statement indicated the need to have the Nigeria Premier Football League members focus on the annual general meeting AGM of the Nigeria Football Federation, which will hold in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. There has hardly been any season in the past 20 years that the NPFL kicked off on the first announced date. Now, according to a statement by Chief Operating Officer Davidson Owumi, explained that the league body yielded to representations from various stakeholders in reaching the decision. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Remember, Nigeria Super Eagles are getting set for that game against Sao Tome Principe, and maybe before that or during the or after the game we will get an update. Well, now let's go straight to the Super Eagles camp as we are seeing update about the training session. Well, remember yesterday the camp opened and they had their first training session at night, and this morning we're getting the vibes, the Victor Osimhen's morning vibes here. That's according to the tweets we're seeing on the page of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So there's a picture, maybe like a short video saying Victor is a noun. Victor, one that defeats an enemy or opponent, meaning Victor is a winner. But will he be a winner at the Ballon d'Or? He won the Scudetto right there in the Italian Serie A and with Napoli. The question is, can he win the Africa Cup of Nations? Can he win the Ballon d'Or? Maybe we should start with the Ballon d'Or, right? All right, but before talking about Victor Osimhen, we're getting updates about match commissioners and the need to be tech savvy. And this is coming from the president of the NFF, Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gusau, who has told Nigeria's football match commissioners to be ready to enhance their capacity, become tech savvy, vibrant, and agile on the job, or see their names deleted without any ceremony. Speaking at this year's NFF Match Commissioners Seminar in Abuja on Wednesday, Gusau harped on the imperative of fostering global best practices in the realm of match commissioning in Nigeria, and declared that everything that is needed, NFF will no longer tolerate indolence, incompetence, and as reflected in poor report presentation and lack of elegance and integrity on the part of any match commissioner while on duty. Also, maybe their appearance as well. You see some match commissioners with big coats. I mean, they need to also look bang. All right, now let's talk about well, for CAF, they've been able to give thumbs up to some African players nominated or part of the nominees for the Ballon d'Or. The Confederation of African Football, CAF, has congratulated Super Eagles striker Victor Osimhen following his nomination for the 2023 Ballon d'Or award. Osimhen had a stellar season for Napoli in the 2022-2023 campaign as he won the Serie A Golden Boot, scoring 26 goals and registering 4 assists in 32 games. His goals helped Napoli become champions of Italy for the first time in 1990. Well, the Ballon d'Or nominees is a 30-man shortlist headlined by Argentine maestro Lionel Messi, Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe, amongst others. Now, reacting to unveiling all the nominees, CAF congratulated Osimhen as well as Andre Onana of Manchester United, who has now returned to the Cameroonian national team after his exit, from the World Cup. Yassin Bono, Mohamed Salah of Egypt. Okay, so we wish all the we wish all those players all the best. But remember, Sister Toshola, our own, playing with the Barcelona Feminine. Well, now let's look at some of the players who have been nominated for the men's Ballon d'Or. Well, remember, the winner will be announced at a ceremony at the Théâtre du Soleil in Paris on 30th of October in France. Now, let's look at the full list. Okay, well, we have Andre Onana of Manchester United, the Cameroonian player, Josko Vadio of Manchester City, who plays for Croatia, Ali Tans, Karim Benzema, Jamal Musiala of Bayern Munich, who's also a German player, Egyptian Mo Salah, who plays for Liverpool, Jude Bellingham of England, who now plays for Real Madrid, Bukayo Saka of Arsenal, who plays for England, Randa Colomani of France and PSG, Belgian star Kevin De Bruyne, who plays for Manchester City, won the treble with the European champions. Emiliano Martinez of Argentina, who won the FIFA World Cup, not with Aston Villa. Kiva Kvaratskhelia, who plays for Napoli from Georgia. Portuguese Ruben Diaz, who also won the UEFA Champions League with Manchester City. Nicolo Barella of Inter Milan took Inter Milan to the final of the UEFA Champions League, plays for Italy. Norwegian Erling Haaland, a treble man. Remember, he won the UEFA award, also won that of the Premier League. And we have Yassine Bono of Al Hilal. He's a Moroccan. Norwegian Martin Odegaard of Arsenal. Julian Alvarez of Manchester City, who also won the FIFA World Cup with Argentina. Ilkay Gundogan of Germany, who now plays for Barcelona. Vinicius Junior of Real Madrid is from Brazil. Argentine maestro Lionel Messi, who's now with Inter Miami of the MLS. Well, Spanish Rodri, who plays for Manchester City. Lautaro Martinez of Argentina, and also plays his trade with Inter Milan. Antoine Griezmann of France now plays for Atletico Madrid. Robert Lewandowski of Poland, who plays for Barcelona. And the man who scored a hat-trick in the final of the FIFA World Cup, Kylian Mbappe, who has decided to stay back in PSG. Kim Min-jae of South Korea, who plays for Napoli, won his corner alongside Victor Osimhen of Nigeria. Luka Modric of Croatia, who plays for Real Madrid, and Harry Kane, who's now with Bayern. All right, now let's go on a break, and when we return, we talk more. Do not go anywhere. It is still Kickoff Sports Show on your Remedy Radio Dial Solutions 939 FM.
Our eye don't see way for this cash balava. As conductor they shout.
As the enter sweater with your change.
Market women go they holla.
I beg, this somebody don't tell no fit collect now.
Supermarket people go they tell you say.
Okay, we don't get change. I beg, use and take sweet now.
When you consider better yama roasted fish without the hungry you since in call.
I'm not carry my wallet come out too.
See, life not supposed hard like this, so now make all of us for Nigeria they pay for everything with Momo. Dial *671# or download the new Momo app. Make you follow enjoy this better life. Momo, better than cash.
Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, Ibadan, the latest admirable, attractive, and acceptable Montessori schools in Ibadan City with global standard of teaching, unique learning aids, and world-class academic facilities in a serene environment. Wow! Few students in a class with all conveniences, parent and guidance. Dynamic Pillars is the best place where your dearest child can have the best educational legacy. The school has the best set of professional teachers with brilliant and effective educational activities such as Montessori skills, math helping game clinic for vocabulary development, arts, crafts and design, diction and communication, French, music and game language mechanics, indoor and outdoor games, and lots more. Available classes are crèche, daycare, preschool, after school, primary and secondary school classes from JSS1. Entrance examination on request. Enroll your child now at Dynamic Pillars Montessori International Schools, New Garage Bus Stop at Pata or First Gate, Owode Estate at Pata, Ibadan. Telephone 080-2342-1126. Dynamic Pillars Schools. Your child deserves the best.
CAC Covenant of Mercy presents 72 Hours with God, September edition. 72 Hours with God. It promises to be powerful with diverse miracles, supernatural visitations, and testimonies. This September edition is tagged When I Look More Closely. From Friday 8th to Sunday 10th of September 2023. Friday and Saturday 9 a.m. to 12 noon, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Vigil 12 a.m. to 4:30 a.m. WAT. And on Sunday 10th of September, which is the grand finale, we shall be coming together from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Vigil 11 p.m. WAT till dawn. Music ministry Ministrations by Evangelist Adela Kumbabayewa, Bidemi Olaba, and Elijah Akintude Olorun Sobe. God's anointed servants will be ministering powerfully. Prophet Taiwo Ojo. For inquiries, please call 0805-027-5779. Connect with us on Facebook at Prophet Taiwo Ojo Live. Please note, there will be free buses from Iwo Road, Ojo, and Challenge. 72 hours with God. An unforgettable experience. Don't miss it.
Check our time right now. It is 8:19, and let us look at the women's category of this Ballon d'Or nominees. We have Mary Hems of Manchester United, who also got to the final with the Three Lionesses of England: Mel Bright of Chelsea, Rachel Daly, Georgia Stanway of Bayern Munich, Stan Kerr, Guru Retien, Katy McBurr of Arsenal, Khadija Shaw of Manchester City, also teammates Gerard Yui Hasegawa, Haile Raso of Real Madrid, Amanda Elestet of Arsenal, Inata Miyazawa of Manchester United, Adapt Van Dom Sila of Aston Villa, Mapi Leon of Barcelona, Asisa Toshuala of Barcelona, also two more teammates, Antana Bomati, Patricia Gojaro, Fridolina Rolfo, Sama Pararuelo, and Real Madrid's Olga Ramona, Linda Caicedo, Alba Redondo, Alveda Renada Cadidauto, Diani, Alexander Pomp, Ewa Pajo, Lena Obadov, Debina, Sophia Smith of Portland Thorns. Well, wishing all these players, well, for those, we have different nominees, different categories for the Copa Trophy, for the Yasim Trophy, for the best goalkeeper. Well, wishing all those guys all the best. The Burner Boy, Whiskey, Ballon d'Or. We come back and we look at all the stories from the world of sports. It is still Kiko Sports Show on your Remedy Radio Down Solutions 939 FM.
What is it?
Adios, adios. Yeah.
1 money, 2 money, 3. It don't make your lemons. Make your lemons. Come they move like a disco. One nick in my lalata. Happy boss, happy actor. So never give me Ballon d'Or. Oh yeah, come take a picture. Right, young buyer. Oh yeah, follow my instruction.
Okay, well, Burner Boy, Whiskey, Ballon d'Or, and we'll wait to see if our own Asisata Shola can get to the top 3. If Victor Osimhen can also get to the final 3. But now let's go straight and talk about those who are in crisis right now. That is Manchester United's Anthony. Now, Manchester United are refusing to confirm whether or not Anthony remains available for selection, despite acknowledging accusations made against the Brazil forward on Wednesday. Remember, Monday, Anthony was dropped from the Brazilian national team squad of CONMEBOL World Cup qualifying games against Bolivia and Peru, following fresh claims of domestic violence made against the footballer by former girlfriend Gabriela Cavalli, who has waived her right on anonymity in the UK. United issued a statement on Wednesday acknowledging the accusations but refused to comment on whether Anthony is available to play for the club when approached by journalists. Well, remember, Anthony has also denied any wrongdoing. All right, now another man who's also involved in a crisis, that is Jorge Vilda, who has branded his sacking as Spain women's head coach only weeks after winning the World Cup as unfair. Vilda, who led Spain to a 1-0 victory over England in the World Cup final on 20th of August, was dismissed by the Spanish Football Federation on Tuesday, with Montse Tomé named as his successor. Still in Spain, players are competing in the Liga F, the top tier women's football competition in Spain, will strike for the first 2 weeks of the new season after failing to reach an agreement with the league over new minimum wage. Just like Liga F and NLC and TUC in Nigeria. Liga F has held talks throughout the week with the various players' unions led by Spanish Players Association AFE, but announced on Wednesday that a deal could not be brokered. Okay, so now let's talk what may be happening. A lot of people are eyeing what may happen tonight as the transfer window in Saudi, gets short. Well, we know some players moved to Turkey some days back. And yes, well, I know Liverpool fans are with their eyes and heart opened about Mo Salah. Well, we know time is running out for Al Ittihad and the Saudi Pro League to make a move for Liverpool's Mo Salah after £150 million offer was rejected last Thursday, the day before the English transfer window closed. The club and the league have been considering returning with another bid and now must do today if they are to secure the main man. Liverpool's position has not changed. Salah is not for sale. Okay, now let's talk about Graham Potter. Remember, after being fired by Chelsea, he has become clubless. And, former Chelsea and Brighton manager Graham Potter has declined the opportunity to take over a Lyon, the French league on side. Well, the club made him the first choice to try to oversee a major restructure in Eastern France. But whilst Potter met with and was impressed by Lyon's owner, John Textor. Report has it that, Potter has ultimately decided it is not the right time to move back into management. Maybe a manager may be fired. Okay, we just have 4 games played in the EPL. Maybe after 10 matches. All right, guys, so let's just keep it down here and move to the other side of the show where we look at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Know more what is happening across the country. Well, the presidential election tribunal went down yesterday. We'll be getting reactions this morning as we also got updates about protesting Unilag based on increase in fees. Well, we'll also look at situations around Ibadan. Well, remember the NLC strike, the 2-day warning strike ended last night. What's the situation of things in the city of Ibadan? We'll talk about this and more on the other side of the show, including headlines on pages of Nigerian newspapers. My name is OLADAPO. Kunubi. Do not go anywhere.
To see me when we been there school. For my mind, she go become my first wife. Me, I been there tell myself, say 25, I go build house, and I go there drive my own big car. But as time done, they reach oh, yeah, done they grow. We still the trek, but I just keep on building. Hope it all comes alive. So, mama, when I become old, I'll but dreams do change, and I keep hoping that it all comes alive. Oh, oh, I remember when I been in school, I did tell everybody when I grow up, I won't be a banker. I didn't think say if I did work for place where people they keep money, money no go finish for my hands. Oh, but as time no they wait, oh, yeah, still they grow, and we still they try to make things work, hoping it comes alive. So mama, when I become old, I go become a doctor. Oh, and papa, when I grow old, I go be engineer. But dreams do change. I'm still hoping that it all comes alive. Oh, we keep hoping. We keep hoping. We keep hoping. I am the Baba Shima, hoping. Oh, yeah. We keep hoping. We want you to hope and believe it as you are. We keep hoping. Young Baba Shima, hoping. And it all comes alive.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
All right, it's 8:31 on Solutions 93.9 FM. My name is Adedamala LAFENWA. With so much excitement and pleasure, I welcome you to the From the Daily segment on AM Update on Solutions 93.9 FM. There's a segment where we get to take you through some stories in today's national dailies, and of course we shall be running some analyses on some of the stories brought to your listening pleasure this morning. Good morning, OLADAPO Kunobi.
Yeah, good morning, Lafi. Good morning, Nigerians. Well, some of the stories I'll be looking at this morning, the stories are powered by The Nation and the Punch newspapers. I don't know the stories. I don't. The stories I'm thinking maybe they are powered by what?
By the Vanguard and the Nigerian Tribune this morning as well.
Okay, well, remember, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, Solutions 939 FM. Well, WhatsApp, SMS line remains 0904 422 2939 in case you want to call in. The numbers to call are 0909 888 9939. 0909 888 9939. Those are the numbers to call this morning. We are also on X, formerly Twitter. You can as well send us a DM. Well, let's go straight right into this headlines.
Okay, starting off from the Nigerian Tribune this morning, and about this time yesterday, we were all expecting the outcome of the presidential election petition tribunal.
Yep.
And eventually the judgment has been pronounced, and virtually all the papers this morning have one thing or the other to say about the judgment at the tribunal yesterday. Starting from the Nigerian Tribune, like I said, Tribunal declares Natasha Akbuti Ali winner of Kogi Central Oyo South senatorial polls. Moving to the banner line this morning, PEPC affirms Tinubu's victory. And rider under that in black letters, we have this one saying dismisses Atiku Obi APM's petitions. And there are quite a number of other riders under that caption. Let me take them one after the other. Says FCT has no special voters. Insists fine by U.S. court didn't disqualify him. Asserts INEC can't be forced to electronically transmit election results. Rules Shetima eligible to contest. Tinubu hails judgment, asks challengers to put patriotism over partisan consideration. LP rejects judgment. Apapa faction endorses verdict. This story is found on pages 5 and 30 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. Nigeria only OPEC member without shipping line. Oyetola, that story is found on page 7. Shake-up in customs as acting CG redeploys area controllers. That story is found on page 16 of the Nigerian Tribune this morning. FG increases price of prepaid electricity meters. Okay, another increment looming. Okay, there is a rider under that. Single phase meter, 82,000 naira. 3-phase, 143,000 naira. Let me take that again so that Nigerians will be aware. FG increases. FG increases.
No, Laffy, calm down. Laffy, calm down. Are you okay? Are you ready now?
I'm always ready.
Okay.
It's just
do
like
you have prepaid meter?
I use prepaid meter.
Okay. So for those who don't have, they have.
Who
who
are
want
planning,
to buy now,
who are open to get.
But I thought prepaid meter was meant to be given for free.
That was what we heard. That was what we heard initially, but this is that's why I'm clearing my throat to read it out well.
Okay, check the headline again.
FG increases price of prepaid electricity meters. Single phase meter, 82,000 naira. 3-phase, 143,000 naira. Okay, let me see the other. Okay, let me take this one too. Our fire incident created panic at Lagos Airport. That story is found on page 16. Student protest over fees at Unilag. You need to know how much University of Ibadan students are paying right now. Okay. 5 escape death. Property destroyed as flood ravages Ekiti. The story is found on page 15. These many more stories will be found on the pages of the Nigerian Tribune this morning.
Okay, going straight to the Nation newspaper this morning, starting with the cap headlines. Tribunal sacks another Kogi APC senator. The writer to that headline says, rerun ordered in Delta South. Next headline, $14 billion deal with Indian businessmen excites president. NLC directs members to resume work. Fire guts FAA ends accounts unit, airport basement. Let me take this headline again. So I think when we start having investigation, that's the time we always have fire outbreak. Remember different fire outbreaks we had some years back in different ministries? Fire guts FAA ends account unit.
I was going to ask you
why the account unit?
Because I know most of this fire incident always attack the account unit.
Accounts, you know.
I was going to ask you, hope it's not the account department.
That's the headline. Should I take it again? You can find that story in the page 27 of the Nation newspaper this morning. Fire guts FAA ends account unit, airport basement. Okay, now going straight to the red and yellow headline from the Nation newspaper this morning. Lagos, Kano, 3 others worst hit by food nutrition crisis, says UNICEF. Lagos, Kano, 3 others worst hit by food nutrition crisis, says UNICEF. Now looking at other headlines this morning from the Nation newspaper. The banner headline, Tinubu Shetima floor Atiku Obi at Tribunal. And right as to this headline, Tribunal strikes out petitions of PDP, LP, APM candidates. Shetima, Ganduje, Damagon, Abure, governors, ministers, others in court. President welcomes verdict, seeks support. jubilation in India. Now, look, if you want to check the highlights of the judgment, you can get a copy of the Nation newspaper this morning so that we don't over labor. But let me just take one of the highlights. Taking 25% in Abuja as condition for victory, not mandatory. Get a copy of the Nation newspaper and read more. You can see the picture of the celebration in India yesterday, and I could see a lady of Ogun State there. I can easily see his glasses. Okay, now Customs redeploys officers. UNILAG students protests. This and more you can find in the Nation newspaper this morning.
Okay, moving to the Vanguard this morning and flipping through the pages of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Tribunal article 8 to Supreme Court says we got judgment, not justice. NLC strike stalls tribunal judgment in Ogun. Palliatives blood money. Hijack it at your peril. Eno wants Aqua Ibom sharing committee.
When I heard this, when I saw that headline, like hijack palliative at your peril, they're saying that it's blood money. I don't know, maybe is there blood money that headline?
Yeah, there is blood money there.
Blood
Palliatives
money.
blood money. Hijack it at your peril. Eno wants Aqua Ibom sharing committee.
When I was in Ogun State, when I was schooling in Ogun State, they have this, at night, the vigilantes, they always have this, Oro. Right, Oro.
Yeah.
So it's like maybe they are using Oro to back.
The sharing of palliatives.
Palliatives.
Okay, let's go ahead. Fee Ike. Policemen take over UNILAG gate as students protest. Okay, I think the front page of the Nigerian Tribune has the picture of protesting students of UNILAG yesterday. Shake up in customs as acting CG appoints 2 ACGs. Okay, another story says CBN banks working to clear backlogs of forex within 2 weeks. Acting governor Shunubi, that's governor of Central Bank of Nigeria. We didn't lose any lives to flooding in Ekiti, Governor Oyebanji. Let me see if I can pick some. Okay, let me go to the sports angle from the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Enhance capacity. It's not even about Arsenal. Enhance capacity and be tech savvy or get kicked out. Gasol charges match commissioners. These and many more stories will be found on the pages of the Vanguard newspaper this morning.
I mean, I like what is coming from the NFF president. Even in the UK, in Europe, the VAR, as a referee, you need to know how to operate the VAR. They also have VAR referees as well. So, I mean, if you are still talking about match officials not being tech savvy, then how do we, make our football grow? But now let's go straight to the Punch newspaper. Punching down headlines. Well, you took the headline concerning the electricity meter price, increasing by 40%. That's the first headline you can find on the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning. Now, looking at other headlines. Gas revenue drops by 3.3 trillion naira in 12 months. Banner headline from the Punch newspaper. Atiku Obi plan appeal as election tribunal dashes bid to sack Tinubu. Riders. The first rider says Atiku Obi's rigging allegations not proved. E-transmission not compulsory, says PEPT. The next rider says it is victory for democracy. Tinubu, APC hails judgment. LP Atiku firm fault tribunal. And you can see the front page picture from the Punch newspaper this morning with the session right there at the tribunal. Bajabi Amila, you can see Shetima, we can see the security operatives, we can see the current.
And talking about the pictures that came from the tribunal,
speak my mind.
There were so many funny pictures of people dozing off. I mean, I could see the pictures of some notable journalists.
Not only journalists
and politicians, even the lawyers.
Legal practitioners.
So, I then asked myself, I mean, that thing started around 10 a.m. and it lasted till about 8 p.m. last night. I mean, if I was asking them,
they went on a recess.
They went on a recess, but sometimes when you sit down for too long, you tend to want to doze off.
I feel
we can't cheat nature. I mean,
no, this is not an excuse. Damola LAFENWA, you are.
I was just trying to be.
Yeah, I know.
I was just trying to be kind of mischievous.
So Lafi, so if you have to do your
joke.
night shift, you sleep behind the mic.
No, I don't.
So because you know why you are in the studio, you know why you're on the job.
Definitely.
If you're working, if you're working in, let me say, okay, if you're a driver, we know some drivers sleep behind the wheels,
which is wrong.
Which is even, I mean, it's wrong, totally wrong. That's the reasons, part of the reasons we have accidents on our roads, and you know the end part of this. But seeing that yesterday, I was disappointed. One, yes, you can't cheat nature, but you know why you are there. I don't think there's a reason. I mean, there's anything behind saying, okay, you cannot chew, you cannot take, sweet
gum and to stay awake.
You get to be alive. Someone paid these people to be at the tribunal. But let's finish these headlines and we connect with Comrade Ayode Jadishoko this morning. I hope he's not sleeping. Tribunal, the APC loses 2 National Assembly seats. PDP wins 1. 17-year-old boy locks in parent, steals car. Others. And the last headline, MMIA fire. Air traffic controllers relocate to mobile tower. This and more you can find in the Punch newspaper this morning. And remember, we've also been able to let you know the stories we have in Tribune, Vanguard, and The Nation. Let's go straight to the burning issue this morning, and which is concerning the outcome of the tribunal. Well, Mr. President, yesterday spoke about his happiness, following the judgment from the Presidential Tribunal, calling that the victory is for democracy and ready to work more.
Almighty, it's been a very, very strong and emotional journey for all of us, struggling for democracy, truth, and justice for all. Today, we give kudos to the judiciary for their indefeasible commitment to rule of law and to humanity. Thank God Almighty for guiding us this far and protecting us. With your support, joys, and adulation, the theme for Nigeria is for us to pull Nigeria up and be proud of a country. That's the only country that we have. 1 out of 4 black race is a Nigerian. Well educated, dynamic, collaborative, and forward-looking people. Hard-working, no doubt. We have no reasons to be poor. Don't look back, look forward. Let's pull the country forward. And with your help, my friend, my colleagues, and all of you, I promise to do more. Thank you very much. We shall stand on your mandate, Bola, on your mandate, Bola, on your mandate. We shall stand. We shall
Okay, that was the statement of Mr. President yesterday after getting the news from the tribunal. It's 8:47 right now this morning, and we shall be connecting with Comrade Ayodeji Adishokwe. While we are still waiting for Comrade Ayodeji Adishokwe, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Adeleke Agbola, also gave his opinion yesterday after the news or after the judgment from the tribunal.
Well, we have just been treated to a well-written, well-dissected, well-researched judgment by the Court of Appeal. They have done a good job of listening to all the parties, going through the evidence submitted, and coming to a reasoned conclusion. We can never satisfy everybody, but in my opinion, the judges have done a very brilliant job under very difficult circumstances. As a party to the petition, Labour Party is well within its right to criticize or say it does not agree with the judgment. That is within their constitutional right. But for a disinterested observer who have been monitoring from the time the petition was filed to the time evidence was being given, and to when you look at the caliber of lawyers that have represented all the parties, I think justice has been served.
Has justice been served? Well, we are also getting updates from Labour Party saying that they will still, go further. That meaning they're going on appeal. Hello, Ayodeji Adishakwe. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning, my comrade brothers. Good morning.
All right, good to have you here. And yesterday, we are happy that you are not sleeping behind the phone this morning. Okay, so in 2 minutes, because of our time this morning, or 3 minutes, let us look at what happened yesterday. Was that victory for democracy? And well, we also know that will surely not be the end, because according to what Labour PDP is saying, they are ready to appeal. Because the front page of the Punch newspaper this morning says, Atiku Obi appeal as election tribunal dashes bid to sack Tinubu. Now, let's go.
They do have a right of appeal. You know that the judgment we had yesterday, the tribunal has is at the level of the appeal court, so we go straight to the Supreme Court. But if you carefully followed, like that judgment, they started around 9 and it ran till late in the evening. Yeah. All the justices read out their individual judgment. And there was a consensus on all the issues. You see, since 2007, that I closely followed a particular election petition, gubernatorial in Oyo State. That was when I established the bottom line for all petitions. The Electoral Act says that substantial compliance by INEC or whichever agency conducts the election is the bottom line. You understand? Not absolute compliance with the Electoral Act. You understand? Okay. It says substantial compliance. And that Electoral Act leaves the presiding judges with the absolute power to determine what substantial compliance is. Substantial compliance could be anything in their own opinion. And immediately they say the Electoral Act has been substantially complied with. That means the results of that election is validated. Look at what the issue of IREV. Yes. This says the IREV not uploading does not invalidate the results. Yes, and that is one of the grounds that obedience and others have been, very, very insistent that the Electoral Act says. But yes, there are 3 levels of legislation: the constitutional legislation, and then the Electoral Act, and then even the operational rules. You understand? The operational rules of INEC. But INEC says you're going to do this. The Electoral Act says you're going to do this. What does the Constitution say? The Constitution says INEC has, let me tell you, the Constitution grants INEC sweeping powers to conduct, determine, and so whatever the Electoral Act says, the Constitution says INEC has the power to conduct, supervise, organize. So it can do it anyhow it wants. You understand? As long as it does not breach the Constitution. So uploading or not uploading is still part of INEC organizing, supervising. You understand? whether they upload or not. So these are the issues. And then it is quite interesting that all the judges took their time to read their judgment. You understand? Ordinarily, they would just give us the verdict and say they will release the judgment, but they took pain. Look at it. It was quite a lengthy thing from 9 a.m. till evening time, so that everybody, transparency. Yes, you might not understand some of these things, but if you follow through, you will pick the issues. The onus of proof is on the petitioner, and they said they were not able to prove. There has been a lot of drama. There's been a lot of sensation, but it is always what is the relevance. There are laws. I remember one of the justices of the Supreme Court when they delivered the judgment regarding, I think it was Buhari, and after the judgment, he delivered a tirade against Nigeria's political elite. He said the justices and the courts are not for the Christmas, that it is what is brought before them that they will adjudicate on. That if they are not satisfied, they should go and change the laws. The laws have not been changed. Simple as that.
So, because I was also listening to another legal practitioner this morning who was talking about the electoral law. Maybe they'll have to also go back to see what other changes or maybe adjustments that can be done to the electoral law.
Exactly. The supreme powers, substantial compliance. The judges determine what it is, and that validates the election result. Let us spell out what substantial compliance could exactly mean.
Okay, another part that actually caught my attention in the judgment was the fact that the tribunal said FCT has no special voters, which kind of invalidated the 25% number of votes that one must get from FCT.
My dear brother, that is another part. We have never had it. Look, we have never had that in this country. And then it became a big issue that everybody was trying to be a lawyer and say, and the Constitution says, and then they say, shall. People started doing all sorts of somersault. And you heard what the court says, that FCT cannot have a superior relationship. It's the capital, for God's sake. Just the capital. Carved out of this Nigeria. And you want to say the Federal Capital Territory is superior to federating unit. Lagos is federating unit, Kano is federating unit, Oyo is federating unit. Without this federating unit, we will not have Nigeria. And you want to say the Federal Capital Territory that is carved out of federating unit is superior to those federating units? It doesn't make logical sense. How can the Federal Capital be superior in status to federating units that make up the union? It doesn't make common sense. It doesn't. But in the issues of politics and religion, anything goes.
Okay, maybe tomorrow we'll also look at other angles this morning. I don't know if you were opportunity to see some banks, open this morning, but the past 2 days it has been some partially working, some did not work, while some worked. But we'll discuss that tomorrow. The NLC's decision to go on 2-day warning strike. Now they've ordered members to resume work. Maybe we expect another strike very soon if the federal government fails. This is 8:47. Thank you very much, Comrade Ayodeji Ajishope, for joining us this morning.
My pleasure, Comrade brothers. Do have a fruitful day. God bless you.
And you too. Okay, well, let's check some comments and read some messages, including your calls, if we can, squeeze that in this morning. 0909-888-9939, 0912-222-2939. Remember, you just have 60 seconds as we squeeze this in this morning. Let's check a message on the Facebook fan page this morning, coming from Prince Isaiah Godwin. Okay, the message from Prince Isaiah Godwin says, it's so funny how Nigerians think Buhari's administration was bad, but couldn't see continuity of APC in this suffering. Good morning, Omo Baba. Okay, Fela Kuti and Nnamdi Kanu are two people that saw Nigeria As long as PVC didn't work in this election, stay away from anything Nigerian politics. Okay, well, situation reports we are getting this morning as we wrap up has it that there's light traffic along Challenge Road as commuters obey traffic light
traffic.
Light traffic. But and we are also getting an update that banks have resumed. According to Oluwagbemigato Lope this morning, says banks are resumed and fully operational after 2-day NLC strike. Waste control workers complain of late payment of salaries. I hope they will not come and protest. Okay. We are also getting updates from Akpata. Light traffic also in Akpata. But we're getting updates that from, this should be from Ojaba. And the pictures we are seeing here from Ojaba shows how free that area is, but a little bit dirty.
Ojaba?
Yes, Ojaba.
Okay.
The Ojaba exit. So you can jump on our X page, formerly Twitter, this morning to check more update. We have to wrap up the show this morning as we connect with Abbas, right?
Abbas is sure.
On our bio. Shout out to everybody that sent in messages. For those trying to call in, Thursday edition of AM Update is always short. Maybe like my height. Not like that of laughing.
Who says you? You are not short. You're of average height.
Okay, I like that. Well, my name is OLADAPO. We'll be back tomorrow morning on AM Update, 8 a.m.
And my name is Adedamola LAFENWA. Wishing you a very wonderful day.
Question now. But why can't the righteous brought through creation triumphantly? Hey, give me the power, carry on your road. Come give me the power, carry on your road. Give me the power, carry on your road.
Solutions 93.9 FM.
Ojeti kashedo, umomowa atika beroyin kale bo sheri kele radio alabaro lewo Solutions FM I am fẹ́ni tó tọ́ sí ẹ̀bùn ṣùgbọ́n fẹ́ni tó ga jùlọ ṣe bá wà lárí gbọ́dún lọ́wọ́ Solutions FM tí gbogbo wa ní. ṣe bá wà lárí gbọ́dún lọ́wọ́ Solutions FM bàbá wọn ní.
Solutions 93.9 FM ilé àwẹ̀ ní Òkè Àdó Ìbàdàn àwa lọ́nà àbáyọ.
Solutions.